Hello learner, welcome to our revision series for our CS Human Resource Management paper examined by CASNEP. We are continuing with our revision for the pilot paper of September 2015, and we have revised the first 3 questions. Now we are looking at question 4, which we are going to read together. Then we look at sample responses. Question 4 had 3 parts. Part A, explain how reward management values, structures, and processes play a role in changing employee behavior. 5 marks. B, evaluate the risk of carrying out a training program of staff without undertaking a training needs assessment. 5 marks. C, some small organizations see no need of having a human resource information system in their organizations. Explain why small firms hold such positions. 5 marks. Total marks for question 4 were 15 marks. We start with question 4A. Question 4A required the candidate to, question 4A, explain how reward management values, structures and processes play a role in changing employee behavior. 5 marks. 5 marks. Looking at this question, the examiner wants the candidate to explain how reward management values, structures, and processes play a role in changing employee behavior. What we note from this question is that reward management strategy, reward management is what employees are given, a process that giving employees a compensation for their input within an organization. So what could be some of these roles that reward management values, structures, processes may play in changing employee behavior? And as we look at this question, we note that in the process of reward management, the employee behavior envisaged here in the question is the behavior of the employee in relation to how they are perceived in connection with the values, structures, and processes in the reward management process. Now, the first thing, reward scales. So these reward scales that an organization may have, reward scales and promotion. We note that if an employee is on a particular scale, let's say the scales are moving from A to B to C, from scale A to scale B to scale D to scale D going upwards. So if an employee is in scale A and the employee is expected to move to scale B, where the reward structures will move upwards, then the employee will aspire to do whatever it takes to be able to move to a higher scale, maybe through a promotion, to be able to get a higher pay in the reward management process. Secondly, structures and training. An organization may have reward management structures which require that employees who fit into a particular structure may not go to the next structure unless they have undergone a training program either within the working environment or outside the working environment. So employees' behavior will change in relation to the structures in the context of training programs. So that employees should proceed for training, and this is how their behavior changes in order to be able to fit into the structures so that they can be assigned certain jobs, certain roles, certain activities. Thirdly, productivity linked pay. Productivity linked pay. When it comes to the process of productivity linked pay, depending on the targets which are met in the are set in the performance management process, so employees are rewarded based on their productivity. In the sense that if an employee produces X pieces, multiply this by the rate of, let's say, 100, so it will be X pieces times 100. So if an employee produces 10 pieces, then it is expected that it will be 10 times 100, which will give this employee 1,000 shillings for that given hour or that given time, such that an employee who produces less earns less, an employee who produces more earns more, such that if you have a productivity linked pay system in terms of the performance or rewarding of workers, then employees who want to get a higher pay will be required to put in more effort, and the productivity linked pay in terms of the performance management process or reward management process will definitely affect the behavior of the worker to put in that much effort and so on. You may also have structures, reward management structures, that also are linked to processes whereby employee pay, and advances. Where an organization pays employees at the end of the month, and the processes for payment of those particular employees provide opportunities for advances, where workers can apply for advance pay at the middle of the month or so, then workers will complete the requisite forms, and these workers will be able to get advance pay, and their behavior in relation to their pay may be in such a way that employees are able to get their pay in various ways, such that they can be able to get an advance pay at the middle of the month and then the remaining pay at the end of the month, and that is provided for in relation to the structures, in relation to the processes of paying employees within a given working environment. Then lastly, when it comes to issues of employees, you may have a scheme of service. This scheme of service that is tied with the reward management structures of employees within an organization will play a role in relation to the cadres or groups. This could be in terms of the groups, cadres or groups that workers belong to. And if you are not in a particular cadre or if you are not in a particular group, you may not be able to access the scheme of service. You are left out, and there are certain conditions for you to enter the scheme of service. And for those employees who must enter this scheme of service, they may have to take competency exams, or they may have to fulfill the requirements of that particular scheme, and this ultimately will influence the behavior of employees, and they may have to go for extra classes, they may have to take certain courses, or they may have to go for certain tests that make them qualify to get into that particular scheme. So this is how reward management values, structures, processes may play a role in changing employee behavior in relation to reward management structures, scales, and values. So that is a sample response to question number 4A, which required the candidate to explain how reward management values, structures, and processes play a role in changing employee behavior in a working environment. So that was question 4A.